Hope you're doing. Thanks for watching. And this is Sullivan Adams giving my latest review on Sailor Moon Crystal episode 28 right now. Like this whole thing is getting me a little confused. Like 28, 29, it's 28, 29, because they basically you know they basically marked the episode as two episodes. Remember, it was a two-parter for the beginning of season three. Now we're on the third episode, but it's officially called 20. But it's calling itself 20 8 instead of 29. But there's some classified as 20 29. But I'm just gonna go with it anyway. The episode begins with what happened. We continue on with what happened. Them seeing Sailor Neptune and Uranus. They don't know whether to trust them or not because they look like Sailor Scouts, but they're still pretty interesting. Hey, I know there's a voice in the back of their heads. They want to know if they could trust them out because they gave them that very, be careful, don't cross into dangerous lines. Like they're telling them not to get in the way, but also not to like endanger themselves either. So can they be trusted? No. No. Right now they're keeping their secret to themselves. So it's definitely no. But we all know about their true nature and their relationship. If you guys know about the original relationship, if you watched, the original anime and manga, then you know. Things are very hectic. You also got that this little girl, the little girl who goes to Mugen Academy. I mean, they were trying to save. Her name is Toro Hotaru. She has this strange power. She's had this since she was a little girl. Like in Usagi, she's worried about her, wondering like think about it. They saved her. They revealed their secret to her. They want to be their friend, but her friend. But how they're gonna handle this? With the enemy, very very close and close. Like now, this is a very very hard time for them. And so right now they're in a very tough spot. You know, but we get to the current that there's some kind of prof. We learned that their goal, is to obtain the silver crystal to obtain the power. But there's also something else they're looking for. They're looking for like three talismans, and they have to deal with these new enemy called Deathbusters, where they're going to be the enforcers of the will of Master Pharaoh 90, and the rest of the and these distortions, the Loomis right now. Right now they're trying to do their best. They know that they're at Mugen Academy. We also know that people masquerading. This is also this weird professor who has a star in one eye, Professor Tora or whatever. Tora. I mean, he looked. Apparently, he looked. Apparently, he looked at her Haruno when her parents died. Her mother died and stuff like that. Something happened to her parents. They died. So they've been taking care of her ever since. Even obviously this weird black crystal that looks a lot like the same. That looks like the same black crystal that the servant, Mushra of Master Pharaoh 90 is using. Which means the key to this whole thing must be on that girl's shoulders. It's very tough. It's very interesting to think about because it's obviously that she has great power, but she doesn't know how to use it. Yeah, I mean she's afraid. Looks like there's something wrong with her. Now, I mean she's a key point. Hey, what is that key point? I have no idea. And it's definitely very hard to think about. No, what do you guys think of this? I'm thinking the same thing. I learned that there's also some kind of ritual ceremony. I mean, Mugen Academy is obviously the source of all this. We get to see that some people are masquerading in Mugen Academy because that's the source of all this disturbance. Yes. And we also know that Master Pharaoh 90 is the founder of the school. Oh, like teachers are really their enemies. Like they don't know who. And these Death Busters, these Death Busters are very hard and gonna be hard to eat because they don't know who to trust and who's their enemy. Now, because we also get to see that there's more. Alright, between Usagi trying to understand what these people are, well, we all know that between Hokara and Miss Misui, between Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune, she could tell who they are, but it's like there's something more to them. And the others, they're trying to keep them. They're trying to keep them away. Trying to keep the Sailor Neptune and Uranus away from Sailor Moon, from Usagi, because they haven't shown that they could be trusted. I mean, they were watching the whole fight, and so So there's something more to them, and you gotta understand it is true. You know. So, but there's one thing you gotta understand. Like everything is in the everything revolves around their school and around them. They're all connected by something somehow. You have to find out what it is, and we have to see that the relationship. Usagi she tries to understand, but I like how there are certain moments where they try to reflect and remember they're still girls and they're still in high school. They're just high school girls. They're still worried about stuff. I like that. Uh, also get to see Usagi knowing that Usagi watching Mamo talk to Sailor Uranus, Neptune, like seeing her talk to them, and but it's very, I know Mamo, I know she cares about Mamo, but when it comes to Usagi, it's hard to express her feelings. It's hard to express her feelings in a certain way. It's always been hard for her, so. Doing this. One of the things I gotta know, like, these emissaries of Death Phantom, they reveal their true intent. And they want to defeat the Sailor Scouts. They want their power, so it's difficult to them. Even though this is a new season, they're dealing with the new enemy. And their enemy is trying to do the same thing. Take the silver crystal, like the game pod to restore their old world. Well, it's definitely gonna be tough for them. One of the things I gotta notice the most is that surprise at the ending. What is the ending? Let's just say it involves two people kissing. I'm not gonna tell you who, because I don't want to spoil it for you. But Master Ferrari is gonna do any means necessary, and using the children of this academy and to bend them to the will. That professor guy, I don't trust him. And Usagi wants to understand what are these other Sailor Scouts, are these other Sailor Guardians doing in here, and why. All I know is that a fight's coming, and they're gonna get caught in the middle. Ray has his bad feeling. It's also gonna be maybe apparently it's also the day before Ray's birthday. They want to throw her a party, but Ray went off to training. But she's also training next to the same to us, aiming next to the same place where there's also training for students at Mugen Academy, which they so it basically at the same place where the people they're suspicious of is also being held. So it's gonna be a tough time for them. And that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. This is Sullivan Adams. You on Sailor Moon Crystal episode 28 or 29, whatever. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. Bye.